Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd go for something a bit different to my last video, and I'm going to build a modern build. Again, I found this on an estate agent's and I thought it just looked really cute, a really simple shape, just something easy on this afternoon. So the roofing was quite difficult because on the picture it kind of looked like it were all going the same way, like it all connected to one another, but at the same time that's impossible to do. So I kind of improvised a bit, but I think I've got it right. When I finished though, the house was very pretty and it's available on the gallery now. My link will be in description for the gallery. But I built this house and then I went back to the same website that I got the house from and it was gone. So I don't actually have a picture of the real life house. So that was a little bit strange, but you're just kind of going to have to take my word for what it looks like. The roofs all kind of went in different directions as well, which was quite confusing. But I did my best anyway. So with regards to the build, it was a bit strange because there was a bedroom and 2 bathrooms, and then there was another room, and I think it was meant to be a 3rd bathroom. But I thought, who has 3 bathrooms in the house and 1 bedroom? I mean, I can't imagine anyone doing that. So what I did instead was I made the other room into a children's bedroom in the end, because it just made more sense to me to have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms instead of 1 bedroom, 3 bathrooms. So I did take some creative liberties in that respect. However, aesthetically, the house was beautiful. I mean, I loved the mix of like the kind of damaged bricks with the wood panels on the top, and I just thought it looked really, really nice. So I did like the design of the house in general. I don't normally like modern builds because they are quite blocky, like I said in my last video. But this one I actually enjoyed making. I had a lot of fun doing it. Also, I absolutely loved the patio area, the like covered patio area on the side of the house. I thought it just gave it so much more dimension and shape, and it just made it look so good to have like a little area outside where you can just like relax and stuff, and it just made so much sense for it to be there. And also, as you'll see in a bit, the colour of the patio that I picked just matches the colour of the top bit of the house just perfectly, and it all just kind of fit together and it just looked really, really good. To be honest though, the columns were really annoying me, because why are there no just plain square columns in The Sims? They have like the plain round ones, then they have like patterned square ones, but they don't just have a plain square column that you can just use with like a good variety of colours. They just don't have that, unless they're doing other packs, but with the packs I've got, they don't seem to, which is really frustrating. So I had to use like stone ones in the end, even though on the picture they were meant to be wooden and like brown, but it's the closest I could get to it. Also, the terrain paint, I know it's off, but it's the closest that I could get to it, because there isn't a great variety of like paths to get to the house. Another thing that I found, you can see me now changing the grass colour, because why do they always make it in The Sims so that the grass colour is so patchy? Because it doesn't look right with the aesthetic at all. It just looks like someone set fire to the grass and then just walked off. So that doesn't quite make sense to me, but Okay, so we're getting to the bit now where I did the flowers going down the side of the path. That was so difficult, and I had to mix like different colours in the end, because there's no blue and purple flowers or like mixed flowers at all in The Sims. So what I had to do was like I think they're called hydrangeas or something. I had to get purple ones and put them down first, and then move objects on and put the blue down with it. And I think it turned out okay, but you be the judge of that, because as far as I'm aware it looks good, and that's all that matters. Also, I just want to say now that I have now set up an Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you like my content and you want to see more of it, then go follow me on them. They will be linked in the description below this time. I know I didn't do it last time, but this time they'll definitely be linked down below. So give me a follow if you want to see like when my next video is coming out, or like subscribe to my channel obviously, because then you'll get all the updates. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that yeah, I've got social set up now, so give me a follow if you want to. I made quite an idiot move though, because on the picture the grass looked pretty long, so what I thought I'd start doing is putting individual little pieces of grass on the floor, and yeah, it took me about half an hour to do, and then I decided this looks absolutely ridiculous, so I just stopped doing it and just moved on, because it just looked wrong in a way. The grass just looked way too long and it didn't mix with the rest of the landscaping at all, so I just kind of gave up. But I think it looks good as it does anyway, because I mean the grass is quite textured in this anyway, so I think it kind of works. But yeah. And the flooring, like I said, it just matched the roof perfectly, because it all just went together, it kind of brought each other out, and it just looked really cool, I thought. And on the picture I could kind of see these like white loungers in the back, so I went for the ones from Island Living, I think, because it just made it look a lot more filled in the back, because without them it looked so empty. It was just so weird to look at. So I decided to put them in there, and the one thing I love about modern builds is the big windows that just show you all of the inside from like the outside, and I just thought it looks so awesome, and yeah, I just love it. Okay, so we're now going into the house and starting the floor plan. I think it's quite accurate. We've got a bedroom, an ensuite, a bathroom, a children's bedroom, a living room, a study, a kitchen and a diner. But the living room, kitchen and diner are all kind of in the same area, like open plan kind of thing. So I thought it was quite nice. I love open plan stuff as well, because it's just so spacious and it just makes it look so much better. But I feel like there's a fine line between open plan and like closed plan. I don't even know what it's called. I'm just gonna guess and say closed plan, because I feel like you can have too much open plan, but at the same time you can have too much closed plan and just feel like claustrophobic. So I like this mix though. I like the mix of having the study in a separate room, little sectioned off bits all around the house, so it's just not as open but at the same time not too blocky. There was a few pictures of the interior and the walls just look white, so I did white for every single room apart from the bathrooms, which obviously did in tiles, and the bedrooms where I did like mostly white with like a back wall that's like got wallpaper on it, like I've forgotten the name of them, like a feature wall across the back behind the bed, and I also did it in the children's room as well on the two adjacent walls, because I just thought it gave it a bit more character. It stopped it being so dull. It just looked a lot better. But with the kitchen, there was meant to be like a hood on the stove, which didn't make much sense to me because there wasn't a stove top, but I tried to put like a hood in anyway, just so aesthetically it looked the same, but it just didn't work and it just wouldn't fit anywhere, so I just kind of left it. There was also meant to be cutting boards at the back on the back wall, but obviously we don't have them in the game, so in the end I put like size down cork boards and just put them along the back, and I think it did give off like the same effect. It kind of looked the same on the picture anyway. It kind of all fit in. why do we not have a kettle in the game? Why is that the only kettle that they do? I know they have like the tea maker, but why don't they have just like a nice British kettle? You know, because I know from experience, every single house I've ever been to has had a kettle in it. I don't know if that's because just like I don't travel around much, but it's always got a kettle in the kitchen. But for some reason in The Sims, there's just no kettles. It's just, there's that one, and then there's like the tea set, the like golden tea set, and then there's the tea machine, and that's it. But I feel like we need more British representation in The Sims, like more tea sets and like more kettles and stuff like that. Just, yeah. But I put these double doors in to lead to like the patio area, but at some point it disappeared, and I've got no idea when it disappeared. It just kind of just went, and that confused the hell out of me because I tried to go back through the footage and I could see the moment it disappeared, but I didn't delete it or anything. It just kind of went. And the same happened with one of the cabinets in the kitchen as well. I just went back to it and it was just gone. And it was so like weird because I didn't delete it, but it was like, nah, I'm not staying here, and it just left. So we're in the living room now, and the table I struggled with because I couldn't find a table that kind of matched the aesthetic I was going for, and the aesthetic being what I saw on the picture. So I went with kind of a big table because there was quite a big space in between the two sofas, but I couldn't fit a TV, and that was the only issue. But I just kind of left it because there's a computer in the study, and if your Sims need to get your fun need up, then they can just go play on that. So in the study anyway, I decided to put some like skill building things in there. So at first I put a flower arranging table, but then I thought that just doesn't match the aesthetic. So I ended up changing it for a running machine, a treadmill, because I just thought it fit the kind of theme a lot better. And I feel like flower arranging is something you'd do outside anyway. So yeah, I just kind of changed it round in the end. I also put a violin and an acoustic guitar because, again, it just kind of matched. But anyway, the bathroom. I swear to God, I only seem to put clutter in bathrooms if I'm going to be putting it on the gallery. In the houses that I build for myself, and like for my Sims, I never put clutter in the bathroom or in any room, just because I always forget to. But yeah, I always put a lot more in the bathrooms that I'm building for someone else. But yeah, I did a bathroom and an ensuite. Obviously the ensuite's a lot simpler. But yeah, I thought it looked really cute when it was done. Quite simplistic. But obviously the little bathroom is just for the master suite. So it's just for like the mum and the dad of the child. So obviously you don't need many amenities in there. But with the big bedroom, with the big bathroom, I put in like a bigger bathtub. I put in a shower, like a walk-in shower, just because I thought it looked a bit more natural. So we're in the master bedroom now, and I did a feature wall. I used the new wallpaper from Dream Home Decorator, which matched the bed perfectly. And I think this was my favourite room in the house because everything just kind of seemed to match and just looked really good together. So yeah, I used the rug from Parenthood again because, like I said in my last video, it is my favourite rug. Size down, it's just the perfect size to go in any room. And yeah, I just thought it was a really cute room. I do go back in a minute and put like clutter and decorations in every single room. What I basically did was I went to the little drop down menu, and I went onto styles and did, I think it was modern, Cosmolux and contemporary, because I felt like that was the kind of vibe. So I did that to like place the clutter down and any decorations. But yeah, so we're in the kids' bedroom now, and I did it quite simplistic. You know, just a few toys. I don't know how old your kid is going to be if you do download this, but obviously you can always add more anyway. And yeah, I used my favourite plant in the living room, which is the new one from Dream Home Decorator again, because I don't know what it is, it's just a nice size plant and it's cute as well. I also like the little circular wall plants you put on the wall, because I just think they're so cute. I think like the little succulents, they're just really cute. In fact, I used a lot from the Dream Home Decorator. That's a tongue twister, try saying that 3 times fast. I used a lot from the Dream Home Decorator pack because it did fit the style of the house, and it did look good in the house. And like them little boxes you got from it, they just fit like underneath the desk and underneath the little cabinets and stuff, and I just thought it looked really cool. Also, that little robot toy, when was that introduced? I swear I've never seen that in my life until today. I've never seen it before, ever. But then it was just kind of there, and I was like, oh. But I didn't end up using it because I didn't know where to use it. So we're back in the garden again, and I took a few creative liberties because them boxes around the patio just weren't there. But I thought, you know, there's got to be something there because it's so bare at the moment and it just doesn't look good. And the trees weren't in the picture that I put in later on. They weren't there, but I thought, you know, it makes sense for it to be there. Like, there weren't enough landscaping on the build, there was just a little bit at the side of the path, and that didn't make sense to me. So we're back in the study again now, and I put in, it said it was a bookcase, but I don't think it was a bookcase looking back at it now. It looks more like something you put in a dining room, but I swear on on build by mode, it said that it was a bookshelf, so I thought, oh, I'll put it in the study then. But looking back, it doesn't look like a bookcase at all. But anyway, we're coming to the end of the build now, and yeah, there's just a few bits that I'm finishing off. So thank you for watching today. And like I said earlier, my socials will be linked down below. Also, my name in the gallery will be down below. It is Kelsey Keenan 727. But yeah, I'll put it in the description anyway. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.